lust, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride. Those are the 7 deadly sins. But this is America 2020, and we have but one sin of freedom and 7 sinful examples of how tyranny is taking over our lives. Either way, it's deadly. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. From New York to California, I'm about to take you on a tour of the lockdown landscape in what once was a freedom-loving country known as America. If you're like me and you value rights and liberties, well, this video will make your blood boil. So get ready for that, because I'm about to show you how government officials exploit sins and cast them upon us. Number 1, pride. We start in New York, the epicenter for all this coronavirus, and where in the city and in the state, you are being watched. And you may be snitched on for not social distancing properly, because that's what New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio wants you to do.
When you see a crowd, when you see a line that's not distanced, when you see a supermarket that's too crowded, anything, you can report it right away so we can get help there to fix the problem. And now it's as simple as taking a photo. All you gotta do is take the photo and put the location with it, and bang, send a photo like this, and we will make sure that enforcement comes right away.
And bang, did he get some pictures.
It's my in a box.
The plan was half-cocked to begin with, so the hotline being inundated with pics of male genitalia made some sense. And now Mayor de Blasio has appointed his wife to head a coronavirus racial inequality task force, because nepotism is his calling card. But he is not alone in New York's Gestapo. Governor Andrew Cuomo says to all you complaining about wanting the economy to not collapse, and to those who have just lost their jobs because of all of this corona, well, just get an essential job. Duh.
Is there
you want to go, by
fundamental
the way,
right
you want to go to work? Go take a job as an essential worker. Do it tomorrow. Right? You're working.
I am.
You're an essential worker. So go take a job as an essential worker.
But the people aren't hiring because of the
No, there are
pandemic.
people hiring. You can get a job as an essential worker. So now you can go to work and you can be an essential worker and you're not going to kill anyone.
Oh yeah, it's just so easy. How about your job, Andrew? It's essential, but it sounds like they need someone to actually do that job and not dismiss real concerns of real workers. Moving on to number 2, greed. Now, anyone who wants to reopen the country has been accused of being selfish or greedy, but the deadly sin of greed is being committed by those who are ignoring the spiritual by not allowing churches to hold services, even in safe distance form. Congregants at Temple Baptist Church in Greenville, Mississippi were fined $500 per person for attending a drive-in Easter service, as in you are in your own car away from other people. The mayor claims they won't have to pay the fines, which is good because they shouldn't have even been given in the first place. It's gotten so extreme in some areas that Mendocino County in California has banned worship singing and use of wind instruments during a live stream because of the projected droplets. They are already limited to 4 people. Unless you're spitting at people, why oh why must you have this? All of the edicts were happening during the Christian church's most holy day of Easter and with the lead up to Ramadan for Muslims. Now guess who out of those 2 groups who is allowed to worship? Back to New York, where in Syracuse a mosque is open for worship 5 times per day. And then back to de Blasio.
But for folks who need halal meals, there will be 32 of those DOE sites in particular focused where there are large Muslim communities. 400,000 meals available. Another 100,000 will be distributed through partnerships with community-based organizations, food pantries, soup kitchens. So over 500,000 meals will be distributed during Ramadan.
On to number 3, sloth. You can't go anywhere. You have to remain in your homes under lock and key. And if you dare go to a park, you'll be arrested, as was with one mother in Idaho.
Her kids are here. Her kids are here. What is going to happen? Who's got her kids?
This makes no sense.
Where are your kids? This is so wrong.
So we can congregate in the grass, but the kids can't play on the playground? As a person, does this make sense to you? As a person, not as a police officer, as a person, does this make sense to you?
Arrests are happening everywhere across the country.
Police Chief Alfonso Morales said arrests had already been made.
We have a total of 107 arrests related to Statute 252 for those that are violating the law relating to health.
Wisconsin has closed everything, too, as if us in the north haven't been stuck indoors for months and need some fresh air. But continuing on to number 4, wrath.
A popular Orange County skate park is now covered in sand. The city of San Clemente made the move to discourage skaters from using the park during social distancing. But the nonprofit that manages the park told the OC Register the city made the move without telling them first.
Why would any government official in California consider telling the people who manage the park? Instead, let's just get 37 tons of sand and fill in the park, all on the taxpayers' dime. I'm just pleased the skaters came back, took the sand out of the skate park to resume the perfectly healthy physical activity in the wide open air. But moving on to number 5, envy. Oh, Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, she's all envy. She's been trying to get Joe Biden's attention to be his VP pick, so she's been on Trevor Noah spouting off. In the state of Michigan, you can't plant any food because you can't get the seeds to plant it, but you can still get your abortion. That's what Whitmer deems essential. And then there's this.
In World War II, there weren't people lining up at the Capitol to protest the fact that they had to drop everything they were doing and build planes or tanks or to ration food. They rolled up their sleeves and they got to work.
Let me say this slowly. They were fighting to keep the rights within their nation. You, the government, are taking the rights. Know the difference. For number 6, we have gluttony. Just a state away from Michigan is Ohio, where an Amish barn party was broken up. The Amish like to be left alone for their simpler times, but they are not immune to tyranny. One person was arrested after someone called 911 to report the violation of a gathering. Even the Amish are being taken to the screws, and they are the ones who actually know how to use them. Finally is number 7, lust. And we are hitting Chicago, where Mayor Lori Lightfoot says you must follow the rules. But I'll just go get my hair done.
I'm out in the public eye, and I'm a person who I take my personal hygiene very seriously. As I said, I felt like I needed to have a haircut. I'm not able to do that myself, and so I got a haircut.
Oh, no, she didn't. Don Lemon, what do you think?
And those people are out there complaining because they don't have haircuts? Who the hell do you think you are? And if you're so upset about it, you should be mad at the president because he's the one that's supposed to help your small businesses.
Obviously, he wasn't talking about Chicago's mayor. He's in the public eye too, so all for me and none for thee. If you go back and actually look at the 7 deadly sins, gluttony, lust, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride, and then you think of each government official from this video, you'll find the truth. Most of us just want common sense approach. But the responses have become the excess that makes up the sin. And these officials can't see that because they believe in themselves as their own God. So why would they? I hope you continue to think for yourself, use common sense, and know the one true God. And until next time, stay healthy, America.